Have you ever heard a story so strange, so unsettling, that it sticks with you long after you've heard it? A story that makes you question the very fabric of reality. Today, we're diving deep into one of America's most chilling and enduring legends, the tale of the Mothman. It all began on a cold November night in 1966, near the small town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Two young couples were driving near an abandoned World War II munitions plant, a place the locals called the TNT area. Suddenly, their headlights caught something truly bizarre. Standing by the side of the road was a creature unlike anything they'd ever seen. It was huge, at least 7 feet tall, with a massive wingspan, but the most terrifying feature was its eyes, large, red, and glowing with an unearthly light. It didn't have a discernible head, just those hypnotic, crimson eyes staring out from its upper torso. Terrified, they sped away, but the creature wasn't done with them. It unfurled its giant, bat-like wings and took to the sky, easily keeping pace with their car even as they hit speeds of over 100 miles per hour. The sound of its wings beating against the air was a constant, horrifying reminder that they were being pursued. They didn't stop until they reached the safety of the town, where they breathlessly recounted their story to the local sheriff. You might think this was just a one-off, a case of late-night nerves and overactive imaginations, but it wasn't. Over the next 13 months, the sightings continued. More than 100 people from all walks of life, factory workers, housewives, even pilots reported seeing the same terrifying figure. They all described the same key features: the towering, man-like shape, the massive wings, and those piercing, glowing red eyes. They called it the Mothman. The creature was often seen around the TNT area, a sprawling, eerie landscape of concrete domes and overgrown woods, which only added to the mystery. Some witnesses claimed the creature emitted a high-pitched screeching sound that sent shivers down their spines. Firefighters responding to a call saw it perched on a building. A man walking his dog encountered it in a field, feeling an overwhelming sense of dread as its red eyes locked onto him. The town of Point Pleasant was gripped by a mixture of fear and morbid curiosity. What was this thing? Theories began to fly. Some believed it was a misidentified bird, perhaps a large sandhill crane or an owl. But could a bird really be 7 feet tall and chase a car at 100 miles per hour? Others suggested it was a prank, someone in a costume trying to scare people. But the consistency of the sightings, and the sheer terror experienced by the witnesses, made that seem unlikely. Then, more paranormal theories emerged. Was the Mothman an alien, a visitor from another world scouting our planet? Or was it something even stranger, a cryptid, an undiscovered species of animal? Some even delved into local folklore, wondering if it was a supernatural entity, a harbinger awakened by some unknown force. The TNT area itself had a dark history, which led some to believe the creature was a curse or a demonic being. As the months wore on, the phenomenon grew even stranger. Alongside the Mothman sightings, residents of Point Pleasant began reporting other bizarre occurrences. UFOs were frequently spotted in the skies. Mysterious men in black suits were seen around town, allegedly intimidating witnesses and telling them to stop talking about what they'd seen. People reported strange phone calls with metallic, buzzing voices on the other end. It seemed Point Pleasant had become a magnet for the high strangeness. The disaster was catastrophic, claiming the lives of 46 people. It was a tragedy that scarred the community forever. In the aftermath, a chilling connection was made. The Mothman sightings, which had plagued the town for 13 months, abruptly stopped after the bridge collapse. Many of the sightings had occurred on or near the bridge itself. This led to the most enduring and terrifying theory about the Mothman, that it was a monster bent on causing harm, but a harbinger of doom. Was it trying to warn people about the impending disaster, or was it somehow connected to the cause of the collapse? This idea transformed the Mothman from a simple monster into a complex, tragic figure, a creature of warning. This theory was famously explored by author John Keel in his 1975 book The Mothman Prophecies, which later became a popular movie. Keel, who was in Point Pleasant investigating the sightings as they happened, proposed that the Mothman and other paranormal events were ultra-terrestrials, beings from another dimension that coexist with our own, their appearances often presaging major disasters. He documented similar stories from around the world. For instance, before the Chernobyl disaster, workers reported seeing a large, black, bird-like creature with red eyes flying over the reactor. In the days leading up to a catastrophic mining collapse in Freiburg, Germany, miners saw a dark, winged figure in the tunnels. Is there a pattern? Are these winged humanoids appearing as cosmic messengers, their presence a solemn omen of tragedy? So, What really happened in Point Pleasant? Let's look at the skeptical explanations. The most common scientific theory points to a large bird, most likely a sandhill crane or a great horned owl. Sandhill cranes can stand nearly as tall as a person and have a wingspan of over 7 feet. They also have reddish coloring around their eyes. An owl, caught in headlights, can have its eyes reflect red, and its facial structure might appear strange in the dark. This explanation accounts for the size and eye color, but what about the other details? The man-like shape, the ability to chase cars, the sheer terror it inspired. It's hard to imagine a bird, no matter how large, causing such a panic, and it doesn't explain the concurrent UFO sightings or the men in black. Another theory is mass hysteria. The story started with one dramatic encounter, and then, fueled by media attention and local gossip, the power of suggestion took over. In a small town, fear can be contagious. People started seeing what they expected to see, their minds filling in the blanks with the terrifying image of the Mothman. This is a plausible psychological explanation, but it feels dismissive of the over 100 witnesses, many of whom were credible, sober individuals who were genuinely terrified by what they saw. They didn't just see a shadow, they saw a physical creature, so we're left in a fascinating gray area between myth and reality. Was the Mothman a misidentified bird, a collective hallucination, or was it something else entirely, an alien, a dimensional traveler, a supernatural omen? Today, the Mothman is a celebrated part of Point Pleasant's identity. The town hosts an annual Mothman festival, drawing thousands of visitors from around the globe. There's a 12-foot-tall chrome statue of the creature in the center of town, and a Mothman museum dedicated to preserving the story. The legend has become a piece of modern American folklore, a campfire story that refuses to die. But for those who lived through that strange year from 1966 to 1967, it's more than just a story. It's a memory, a scar. The fear was real, the sightings were real to them, and the tragedy of the Silver Bridge is a real, heartbreaking event forever intertwined with the legend. The mystery of the Mothman endures because it touches on our deepest fears of the unknown. It represents the idea that there are things in this world, just beyond the edges of our understanding, that we can't explain away with science or logic. Whether it was a bird, a ghost, or a warning from the cosmos. The creature with the glowing red eyes left a permanent mark on a small West Virginia town and on the landscape of American myth. What do you think? Was the Mothman a real creature, or is there a more rational explanation for the events in Point Pleasant? Let me know your theories in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more explorations of strange and fascinating mysteries. Thanks for watching.